Now, returning to Jeremy Corbyn's response to the spy poisoning in Salisbury, he's warned the Prime Minister tonight not to rush way ahead of the evidence and is pressing for more financial sanctions. Well, I'm joined by the Labour MP Mike Gapes, who's supporting the government's actions against Russia. Very good evening to you, Mr Gapes. So you think your leader's got it wrong?
I think the important thing at this time is to unite behind the government, because this is a case for national unity.
So the leader's got it wrong?
In 1982, Michael Foot spoke very powerfully in Parliament and supported the sending of the task force to liberate the Falklands from Argentina.
So you think Jeremy Corbyn should have done the same? I mean, Jeremy Corbyn hasn't said that, has he?
I think the tone was wrong in Parliament. I think the content, there were things that he said that probably are for another day. The important thing at this time is to support the government, and that's why I and a number of other Labour MPs have put down an early day motion on that.
It's affecting his electability. We've got a Sky Data poll that show that less than 1 in 5 would like to see Jeremy Corbyn dealing with Russia.
I really think the important thing now is unity in the face of provocations and attempted intimidation of our country by Russia. And we've got to get the maximum possible internal unity and then support internationally, which I'm pleased to see today.
Well, you don't seem to have internal unity, do you? Because that's the leader's view, and we heard from his spokesman today saying perhaps Russia's been framed here.
If you listened to backbench Labour MPs in the statement the Prime Minister made yesterday and on Monday, enormous number of Labour voices making it absolutely clear. And as regards the spokesman, you're talking about Seamus Milne.
Yeah.
Well, frankly, I think Seamus Milne's got a pattern of behaviour over many years, and I know where he's coming from, and frankly, it would be better off if he wasn't involved in this.
But he's on the right hand of the leader, and you talk about unity, and you say enormous numbers on the backbenches. That's not unity, Mr Gapes.
I think the issue today is the whole country needs Parliament to speak with one voice in a united way in support of the measures which, as I said in Parliament yesterday, I think are appropriate and correct.
But what about, what if Jeremy Corbyn's actually, and Seamus Milne have actually got a point, not to rush way ahead of the evidence? It doesn't seem as if the evidence has been put out there. The government have it, but they're not releasing it.
Look, it's quite clear. There is only one country that makes this particular kind of nerve agent. This is the first time a nerve agent has been used in any context in Europe. And this is an attack on a NATO member state.
But Jeremy Corbyn's accepted that because the government itself said it could have been rogue elements, and that's all Jeremy Corbyn is saying. He's saying, well, it could be rogue elements, let's be careful.
The government gave on Monday the Russians 24 hours in which to clarify whether there was a possibility of rogue elements, someone had stolen this. The Russians just pushed back. Putin's foreign minister and their ambassador in London, they've just basically dismissed this. And it's quite clear the Russians have done this deliberately in a way which would be discovered. It is part of them testing us. It's part of a pattern of behaviour, like their attacks on Estonia,
we know that
countries.
Because we've heard that from the government. You support them, but Neil Griffith, the Shadow Defence Secretary, also supports your view. Do you think we might see resignations or sackings on this within Labour?
I don't think it matters. The important thing here is that we unite together, and Neil Griffith this morning made it absolutely clear the Labour Party's position and her position and the Labour PLP position is that we want to resolutely stand up to what the Russians have done to our country and to hit back in the way with the sanctions they will come in, the Magnitsky Law and all the other things.
Got it, Mr Gapes. Thank you very much indeed, Mike Gapes there.